What's up, everybody? I'm Dan. Welcome to the Practicing Presence YouTube channel. So, let's just start it with a little bit of silence. Focus on that life force within. The energy. Alright. So, I do look a little tired. I have bags under my eyes. Right now, I am in White House, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, about 30 minutes north of Nashville. I left my place in the Tampa area Thursday afternoon, and it is now Sunday at, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock. I think it's 10 o'clock. Non-stop. It was 12 hours of training today. Yesterday it was even more. And I just got back from guerrilla hypnosis training, guerrilla boot camp. And one of the playlists, which is what this is going to, is called The Energy, The Journey. And it's a story about the energy and the energy and the journey. It's a spiritual journey. But let's talk a little bit about energy. Every single thing in life is energy. You know, energy can't be created or destroyed. It can just change forms. There's energy exchanges. I have a very, very good friend, and if he watches this, he'll know who he is. He has said in the past, although I think he's changing his mind some, but he has said in the past that he doesn't understand this whole energy thing. I mean, he's open to it. He doesn't make fun of me. Well, he makes fun of me, but I don't think about this. And I always ask him, because he's an entertainer, and I always ask him, I'm like, but haven't you ever been into or haven't you ever felt the energy of a crowd? You know, you can tell if a crowd's got a good energy or a bad energy. Yeah, no, I understand that. It's his response. But, you know, this whole energy shit. And we've done some stuff, and I think he's coming around. Not that I'm trying to convince him. I don't care if he's convinced or not convinced, or on board or not on board. It's just basic science. But this trainer that I have, and mentor and friend now, he talks about energy. He's a stage hypnotist, and he talks about energy, and he clears the energy from the stage. And I did a training with him last year, July of last year, and he talked about energy. I was like, yep, and I understood it. I believed it. Taking the trip to Nashville last year was one of the most, I want to say, most spiritual experiences, but that's not the right word for it. There was more synchronicities on that trip than there ever had been up until that point. And it was like left and right and synchronicities, and I could feel the spirit, and I could feel the energy. In hindsight, that was very much a major signpost in where I'm at today, but I thought it was the beginning. Dun dun dun. Nope. Nope. It wasn't even fucking close. The beginning had started way before that, and the beginning also started in March of this year, if you want to look at it a couple different ways. However, we're talking about the energy and the journey. And in one of his lines, he's like, I'm not one of those normal hypnotists. He's like, we work with energy, and he clears the energy from the stage, and he uses people to transfer energy on stage, and he uses the audience members or the subjects or the stars of the show, depending on how you look at it, and he utilizes their energy as opposed to always expending his, which he says that, but that's bullshit, because I mean, I've seen him talk for 90 minutes nonstop, and boom, 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 boom. That takes a lot of fucking energy. And today we got into some more of it. And, you know, when you get with a bunch of hypnotists, a lot of them will practice Reiki, or they'll know Reiki, or they'll know energy healing, or they'll understand it, but they don't really talk about it. But this dude's the real fucking deal. And talk about manifestation and talk about like attracts like. Because when he starts talking about all this weird energy shit, all of us in the room are like, yeah, okay. You know? And I talked to a couple of guys who've trained with him before. And one guy was like, oh, when I first heard this, I thought it was weird shit, but he's right, you know? And I'm talking to this other dude. I just, after dinner tonight, I got to know him, and he was like, sorry about that. Um, well, I said raw and rugged. I don't know why the fuck that fell. There was no reason. For as much as Suka hits everything, maybe it was my energy just vibrating. But I was talking to this other dude after dinner tonight, and after the training was over, kind of after it was over, in between, and half a step back, this guy's wife and this other lady were doing energy balls, and I'm not sure what they were doing with that exactly, but that's how it sparked me and this guy talking, and he goes, yeah, my wife and I do, you know, she does more energy clearing, and he's like, so when so-and-so mentioned energy, he was like, he's like, I was right on board with it, and I was like, no shit, like, here we all are, even within the hypnosis community, doing this training, talking about some more weird stuff. And Rich is my mentor's name, and he talked about certain pressure points, but they're energy centers, and he learned it in jujitsu. I struggle with that word, jujitsu. 2 words? I don't know, whatever. But he talks about certain energy centers, and he touched me on the shoulder, and we were talking about this. Might have been yesterday or earlier today, I don't know. And he showed me, and he was able to put me in trance just by doing that. And then he took a step back, and he was 2, 3, 4, 5 feet behind me. I don't exactly know. There's a recording of it, but I don't exactly know how far because my eyes were closed, and I was looking, I was looking in the other direction. He just pointed to it, and all of a sudden my eyes closed. And then I feel the energy come out of me and pulls me back out of trance. And later we were talking about it, and he was like, man, when I go to that energy center, that pressure point, that's what he calls it. He's like, when I go to that energy center, he's like, I'm just thinking, you're going to be hypnotized. And that's intent, which has a massive energy. Thoughts are things. Thoughts have energy. And he and I have a slightly different view on it. Actually, what he was saying, he said that the initial thought impulse is the beginning of all energy. I don't agree with that, not in like a argumentative way, but I'm like, I never thought of it that way, but at first glance it doesn't sound right to me. When it goes into the material world, sure, but don't start barking, you little bastard. But yeah, so it's interesting, and he showed us another energy center on the arm and how to open it up and put people into trance that way. And I'm fucking exhausted. I learned all day. I was working. I was doing Zooms at the computer, and I had the camera and making sure that there's always sound and it's always recording. And Zoom and internet's bad. And I'm having a chat, and one guy's a pain in the ass, and another lady's kind of a pain in the ass, and I get private messages and this, and Zoom's going out, and my phone's streaming one thing, and I'm watching the screen on there, and monitoring the chat, and then the sound keeps going in and out, and it's just like I'm expanded, like I'm out, I'm busy, mentally and emotionally exhausted, and physically, because I've been go. And I'm driving home, and every time I've gone to and from their place, take this other dude with me, and we're riding home tonight. It's just like a little 10-minute ride. Riding home tonight, I'm like, fuck, I'm energized. And I'm ready for bed. I got a pack. I'm ready for bed. I'm ready to wind down. That's for damn sure. I'm driving home tomorrow. But here I am with, I think there was 14 of us in the class total. So, whatever. Let's just say 15 people, because there's a couple other stragglers. 15 people, all on board with this energy thing. The people I talk to most understand energy. One of the reasons that I'm here right now is I had the energy of the journey. I had something that caused my energy to just bam explode. It fucked with me. It caused an ego death, and then its soul's energy. Shut up, dude, please. I know you're bored. He's been such a good dog. Caused my soul's energy just to massively explode, which is why I call it the energy in the journey. There's energy in everything, man. There's energy in absolutely everything, and there's the science behind it. But to have access to that energy, to be part of it, this little fucker's full of energy. I love this guy. Hi, buddy. So I really encourage everybody to take some time and quiet reflection. I like to call it meditation, but a bunch of meditations, hypnotic meditations. Listen to those, but take some time and just notice the energy within. Notice the life force within. And start vibing with that different energy that you have. If you are looking to attract something, ask the universe what that energy feels like. And then whatever comes up, comes up. Just be grateful for it. There's a massive energy with gratitude. Been reading some Joe Dispenza lately, and that same guy I was talking to, where his wife was doing the energy balls, and he starts talking about Joe Dispenza and gratitude. Actually, he was talking about gratitude when he works with his clients. He's like, I have them focus on gratitude. That's one of Joe Dispenza's big things. Not that Joe Dispenza's got an exclusive thing on that by any means. But it's interesting how it's working out, because I'm closer now to this group of people than I ever have been, and I fit in right away. I don't know, Rich took a liking to me for some reason, and I took a liking to him. Fuck, I really gotta tell him this. Maybe he'll watch this, I don't know. I met him at Hypnosis World in April of last year, 2019, and this dude can read a motherfucker. He can read people. I can read people, but not like he can. He's good at it. And we're in this circle. This is the day I was leaving. We're standing in the circle, and I hadn't talked to him much. So a little bit, but I hadn't talked to him much, but made some friends with some of the other guys in the circle. And Rich stands there like this. And he just looking me up and down. Total alpha male. I'm not, whatever. But I'm comfortable with that kind of shit. And I just remember sitting there thinking, I'm like, no, I wasn't feeling threatened or anything. I was like, this fucker. Not who is this fucker. I'm just like, this fucker. I'm like, he's not being subtle. He's just sitting there eyeballing me. Up and down. This fucker. Keep meaning to tell him, but it just didn't come up. And here I am a year and a half later, in that energy, and this dude that I drove home, that I've been, he flew into Nashville, and I've been his wheels. I mean, we're all going to the same place, like his hotel's right next to mine, and we're just the same times, and every time I'm coming and going, he's in for the ride instead of getting an Uber or whatever. He goes, I like live trainings. He's like, I like to be in this people's energy. It's like, I want to be in Rich's energy. He could have taken the class through Zoom and save all sorts of money on hotel and flights, and I think you might even be able to save money on the actual course itself. I think that's what I heard, but I don't know. He's like, I just like to be in this energy. The fuck? My mind's not blown. It's almost never blown at this shit anymore. I don't know about those that are watching. Maybe you're new to it. Maybe this is all new, or maybe this is all old hat stuff to you. But what the fuck? This random dude from Wyoming. I don't know why I always get that wrong. From Wyoming. Saying that he just wants to be in this other dude's energy. And here we are all having this conversation about energy. And here I started this YouTube channel for you guys. I don't know if this story is going to help anybody. I don't know if anybody even watches it. I don't look at the numbers on this very often. The meditations I do, but this one I don't. And it's called The Energy of the Journey. I'm hearing with more uncertainty than ever. Actually, that's not so true anymore. Last month, 3 weeks ago, whatever. 6 months ago, I had more uncertainty than I ever had. Now I'm clearer than I ever have been. It's all about energy. It's an energy exchange. So from my energy to yours, no, that sounds even gay for me. Fuck that. I won't. I can't say that. Um, I really got nothing to say, man, except it's just fucking cool. It's just fucking cool. Where are you at? Where are you going? Effing namaste. I fucking love you guys.